Yeah, I painted that about 20 years ago. Different colors represent the different ethnic groups, different communities. The embodiment of what democracy means, the importance of civil rights and civil liberties, compassion for each other, getting along. It's what he died for.
Director Ellis has got years of work in the space around civil rights, particularly in terms of storytelling, narrative, and advocacy for civil rights through both his art, he's an accomplished and incredible artist, but also through art that he curates.
Artists have a different approach that inspires and motivates them. Mine's is one is history and one of advancing the importance of our environment and how we live. And so I use art. I use art to do that.
It's essential from my perspective that FSU has, the Civil Rights Institute for not just students, but of course students, to really understand and be able to travel upon the relationship between human rights and civil rights.
Civil rights is really just the movement for freedom and quality of life for others. The Civil Rights Institute hopes to be an example of what it means to really advocate for a better earth.
Dr. King, in his letter from the Birmingham jail, said that we're all bound together in an inescapable network of mutuality. We're all tied to one another. I can't secure my well-being by denying you yours. This is something that has to be shared equally. That's the work of civil rights.
We want this to be a civil rights institute that understands the importance of history, that's primary source driven, and how do we act upon it. We did a bus ride from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama. And you physically had a chance to see and engage folks who lived in the community and saw the challenges that existed then and how it relates right now.
Our learning opportunity was to go and connect in Selma with a foot soldier who recounted the stories of the movement and everything that led up to this march from Selma to Montgomery.
The foot soldiers of the movement, people who, whose names hadn't really been mentioned throughout history, it was really impactful to me as a student because they were people like me, even younger than me, and even they could still have an impact.
When I think about the Civil Rights Institute, I really think about it as a meeting place in a lot of ways. It's an organization where people meet, right? Where we join together and we find a place to collaborate. And it's been pretty beautiful for me to reconnect with folks that I'd already had a relationship with and to reconnect at this work that's so deeply important to all of us.
It is extremely priceless to work with all the other collaborators and partners here on the university and throughout the community. It's invaluable. It would not be working if not for the other collaborators and partners engaged in the Civil Rights Institute.
In the collaboration with the Civil Rights Institute, with in particular Ted Ellis, there are ways to approach issues to realign the narratives relating to issues and terms and topics that have, at least for now, been subject of controversy or prohibition.
There have been quite a few amazing connections I've made through the Civil Rights Institute. I also got to meet Mr. and Mrs. Flowers, who were integrationists here at FSU's campus.
If you look at the three pillars of the integration statute, Maxwell Courtney, first to attend, first to graduate. Fred Flowers, the first to play sports for FSU, and Dobby Flowers, the first queen of FSU, African American in a sense. It speaks volumes. It's housed on this campus where students pass and see, sit and have conversation about what's impactful and what's meaningful about this university.
Ted Ellis has a great and expanding vision for the Civil Rights Institute. Further developing within the FSU community, but also outside of the FSU community.
As an artist, you have this blank canvas and you have this vision of what you want to do and execute on it. And so The Institute is my big canvas, and I want to paint a masterpiece, that lasts forever. I'd love to have more student involvement and engagement with the Civil Rights Institute, and that they take ownership in their voice for freedom and democracy in Florida and in the United States and throughout the collective world.